Track athletes use special shoes called spikes. These special shoes have small metal spikes and microplastic ridges to help them grip the track surface. My primary research led me to ask my fellow runners what grievances they had with their spikes, and this led to two main issues. The issues with spikes is the amount of time it takes to put them on or take them off, and how easy it is to damage them. It's super annoying when you need to grab something from your sports bag or get a drink of water, because just a few steps on concrete and your shoes will be ruined. In my secondary research, I found an example of spike covers from over 10 years ago. These were discontinued, however, by a brand called Cleatskins. I also found a newer concept made by a collegiate track athlete who 3D printed covers for his own teammates. I think by making covers for track spikes, I could make them better and easier to use. For my physical modeling, I used the vacuum former to make three different models. In my first iteration, I used a thinner plastic with higher walls, which gripped the shoe better. But overall, all the plastic was super brittle and didn't hold the shoe very well, so I had to come up with a new idea. That's when I thought to use resin printing. Resin printing is very useful because I can get really high resolution models while also using different types of resin, such as an elastic resin. Here are my three different digital models. My first one had a curved toe box to help hold the shoe in, as well as a flexible band to wrap around the heel. When I moved over to my second version, I added a block in the middle to support the shoe and to prevent the spikes from coming through. And in the third version, I shortened the strap so it would have better tension, as well as making the block in the middle smaller to increase comfort. As you can see on the other ones, I have walls along the sides which help to grip the shoe. When I finally was able to print the shoe, I modified a few things by adding a squiggly pattern in the middle to better support the spikes and the shoe overall. The walls also gripped the shoe very well as the size being very accurate because originally I 3D scanned my track spike. The print was also super thick and durable, which allowed it to not be penetrated by the spikes as well as not rip when under tension. One area where this idea could be improved is in the printing phase. I think because I was using an elastic resin, the print supports weren't very stable, which allowed for warping in the print. I feel like if I changed this to add more sturdy supports, it would allow the shoe to print better. I could also think of ways to reduce the amount of resin used, so it'd be a more efficient design overall. In the future, I see this project extending to other students where they could possibly make spike covers for different types of spikes as well as for the whole track team. I think this would be useful for the team as they could use it in practice and in meets.